Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown,
the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans. Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Jake.
This is Mac.
And Mac, I am so glad to have you back because when I don't have you on interviews, it throws me off my game and I just start off flustered.
I noticed in the last video I was editing, I'm like, oh, Jake. Oh, no, buddy. Oh no.
that poor, fragile simpleton. Well, today we are joined by Brandon and Al of Ronin Sumo Bay in Florida. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent. Glad to be back.
Thank you. Brandon, how are
good.
you doing?
Yeah, doing good, man. Glad to see you all again.
Fantastic.
As we have kind of established the pattern, right before a tournament happens, we like to start previewing the next one.
Yes.
It's kind of been like 2 or 3 in a row now. So I guess we kind of have to do it. But real quick off the top, make sure that on November 12th, the Houston Open will be taking place in, I think, is that in Houston, maybe?
No, I think it's a different city.
We'll have to check on that. But It is at the Tokyo Night Festival, which has had a change of venue. So make sure you look up online. I think it's at like the Texas Fairgrounds or the Houston Fairgrounds or something along those lines. Tokyo Night Festival. You can find it anywhere on Instagram. They have their own website and all that. But look up details there. And the stream of the sumo tournament will be on the Grand Sumo Breakdown YouTube channel. Me and Sabrina from Sumo Punks will be running that.
Ooh.
But, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to listen to Sabrina. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to Sabrina.
Please don't. She's much funnier than me. But just had to mention that because that's the next one coming up. But after that, by 3 weeks, you guys, Brandon and Al, you guys are putting on your first official tournament. Yeah, Brandon, why don't you tell us a little bit about how that came together? What kind of pushed you guys to pull the trigger and try this out?
Basically, yeah, we've been talking about it for a little while now, and that's something I've been wanting to do, and I've been wanting to build sumo in Florida and the Southeast. So I figured the best way to do that is put on a tournament. And I know Al was wanting to compete in something before the year was over, so I said, hey, December, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember last time we talked, Al, you were still working on some injuries. Was that right?
Yeah. Just an auto accident I had right after I basically started sumo, and it hurt my back real bad. And I don't know if you've ever hurt your back, but that migrates into your knee because you walk funny. And then because I was walking funny, my hips started going out. So it's one thing leads to another. And so yeah, I didn't do anything in sumo for probably 2.5 years. And I got back. I met Brandon last fall, or the beginning of fall, and so we trained for about 3 months. And I did the North American, which 3 months is not time to get in shape for it.
Not quite.
So it was a very disappointing comeback for me to sumo, but I had to get back up on the horse sometime. But we've been training fairly regular now for since that tournament, so I feel a lot better. Never 100%, but feeling a lot better.
Excellent. And yeah, you guys have grown a little bit since the last time we talked as well. You got enough going on that you guys are doing a youth division.
Holy cow! Wait a minute here.
Yeah. Had you not heard about that yet, Mac?
No, I had not.
That it's gonna be. Let's see. Has anybody else? I know a lot of people are kicking the idea around, but I think the only other one that we've seen recently was the Consulates Cup.
Yeah. And that was a blast. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled that you guys have a youth league.
Yeah, Brandon, tell us a little bit about your club members that you have putting together the base for that division.
We have a few club members in the youth division. 2 of them are Al's sons, Aston and Arden, and we have another one, but he's last month or so he's been doing a lot of golf, so we're trying to get him back in. I think his golf season just ended, and Eli is his name. So hopefully he can make it to the tournament, and we'll have at least them 3. And man, they're doing great. They're becoming real killers in the ring, man. So
Sumo and golf is a pretty funny combo to me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to imagine that. I'm like, all right, lines up to the green. Then he just goes down into a chirichozu. All right, clap.
Yeah.
Ready.
Oh man.
Dump the demons out of the ground before you. Or
Yeah. There's a lot of cross training going on there with the. Oh,
The,
man.
the golfer isn't my son. My son's come from a wrestling and football background, so
That makes a
they're,
little bit more sense to me.
Yes.
they're a little more compatible with the sport.
Yeah.
No disrespect to any of the sumo golfers that are out there, but there's just a little bit of just a little odd.
Wouldn't have guessed. Yeah. But yeah, who else? I know we're still a little bit early on. We're recording this on the 7th, so yeah, we're still like almost 4 whole weeks away. But you already have a handful of applicants, and you've announced a couple publicly. But yeah, who do we have coming along for the tournament on the 3rd here?
well, speaking of, while we were on the subject of youth, Iron Mountain Sumo in Tennessee, they'll be bringing down a youth member of their own, Benjamin.
Ooh.
So
Wait.
it'll be exciting to watch him get going. I've seen a little bit of his action in Grand Rapids, and that dude's a
It's
little
that
pit bull.
Ben. Oh,
Am I
hang
right?
on
Yeah,
here.
I think we have an arch nemesis
Jake.
I'm gonna bring it up every time, and it's the same joke I make every time Ben comes up. Like I gotta hold on to that one time that I beat him in the novice division, because I don't think I'm gonna beat him very much longer if we at the rate that he's going. He tried sumo for the first time in mid-October in Grand Rapids, and since then they have had they've created a club in Tennessee, and they have like 3 or 4 people regularly practicing, and
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have a feeling my next match against Ben is going to be a lot more difficult. So I gotta hold on to this win while I can.
Well, Jake, you got to get him early before he starts, getting stronger. You should make it down December
once he turns
3rd.
once he turns like 15, I'll be like, oh no, yeah, my back is, I gotta retire.
I don't want to hurt you, and oh, by the way, I'm hurt.
Yeah. But no, it's December 3rd, if we hadn't mentioned that. But tell us a little bit about where you're hosting this, how you got in touch with the venue and all that.
The venue is in my hometown. So basically, when I wanted to start a tournament, I started looking around, thinking what would be the best place. I thought maybe the community center or something like that. And then when I saw this place called the gym, I wanted to go in there and talk to him about maybe possibly doing sumo, starting up sumo one day. This was probably a few weeks before I decided to do the tournament, and I wanted to maybe try and get a club going in my hometown so we could get a couple of locations down on the south end on the beach, and then up here in the north part of the county. So basically, I wanted to do a demo with him, and then over time, when we decided to do the tournament, I reached out to him and said, asked him if he would be interested in doing it because he's a big sumo fan. So of course he was like, "Yeah, we can do that here," and we started planning from right there. And actually, starting early next year, after he starts recovering from his injury, he'll be our light heavyweight.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So actually, all this planning and stuff actually recruited me a new member.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's the way to do it. What was he already a sumo fan before you met him, or was that just a coincidence?
No, yeah, I mean it was when I first met him and talking to him about it, he told me when he was probably 5 years old, his dad was stationed in Japan, so he would take him to the Grand Sumo events.
Oh, cool.
And he was,
That's
5-year-old boy sitting there in the front row, and you hear these guys are stomping around, the ground shaking. He's seeing guys thrown around. He fell in love with it back then. So.
Oh, that's funny.
So
There's
it's kind of like
stealthy.
it's fake.
There's stealthy sumo fans out there among us.
Yes.
They're out there.
Just have to find them.
Just gotta find them. Yeah.
Yeah, just got to get out there and talk to people. I mean, some people might think it's weird. Like you walk up, "Hey, you like sumo?" Or, "Hey, I got a sumo club." Like some people look at you weird, but others are like, "Oh man, that's real interesting, and tell me more."
Well,
So
that's what happened when we did the demo in Davenport. Like the guys were MMA guys primarily, and then they started practicing sumo with us, and they're like, "Holy crap, this is really
Oh,
cool!"
that's kind of cool. And then they beat the crap out of us.
And then
because
they beat the
they're
crap out of us.
actually much stronger, athletic guys.
yeah, speaking of demos, we're going to be doing another one leading up to the tournament this weekend, actually, on the 13th. It'll be in Pensacola, Florida, at the Japan Culture Day Festival, and they'll have taiko drummers and other things going on. But I reached out to them and asked them if they would like us to do a demonstration for them, and they were all about it. So, and they actually went ahead and invited us in January. On January 20th, they're going to have a Lunar New Year's festival, and they want us to come there and do a demonstration for them too.
Sweet.
Cool.
And then they said, yeah, you can promote the club and all that. So I said, yeah, we'll definitely be there.
Yeah. That's cool. You guys have been practicing together for like a year or so now, and then boom, all of a sudden three events in 3 months, it sounds like, coming up. That's awesome.
Yeah, Brandon's been busy.
Yeah.
Trying to do a lot, maybe a little too much, trying to take on a little too much, but we'll see. Everything's going good with the tournament, the planning wise and everything. Everything's coming together. Just ordered prizes last night. They'll be coming in a few days. We're going to have, first through third place medals. We'll have little 4-inch trophies. They'll be for the technique prize, fighting spirit prize, all that outstanding performance. We'll have a few extra ones for the kids. But yeah, all that's coming along just fine.
Right on.
Yeah. Biting off more than you can chew. It doesn't sound like you're there yet, but it sounds like you guys are nice and busy.
Well, I'm also trying to do a lot of promoting with if you noticed on the social media, I have Florida Sumo Kyokai and Southern Sumo Kyokai. And basically the idea for that was to start promoting clubs and their wrestlers, trying to make stars out of people, trying to hype everything up. So, Florida
Just keep
Sumo
that
for everything.
communication open too. Yeah,
that's the big one. Keep lines of communication going.
Oh yeah, I just had a meeting actually the other day with the Consulate General of Miami, their office, and we're building a relationship right now. So sumo in Florida is gonna start growing real good.
Yes, rivalry between Florida, Texas, and California.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Max pipe dream is coming true.
It's happening.
Yeah. So Miami though, most of you guys are a lot further north than that though, right? Like you guys are out like on the end of the Panhandle, but where are the other Florida clubs that you guys work with?
You have Mark Jones. I'm not sure how many members he has right now, but he has his Gorilla Sumo Club in Daytona Beach.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I had talked to Kendrick in Tampa Bay area about forming a Tampa Bay sumo. I was like, there's your name for your club right there.
It works.
So I haven't heard nothing yet, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure I got a best friend that lives down there in Oldsmar, so I'm trying to get them to hook up and start training. But he's had knee troubles lately, so we'll see what happens when he recovers.
I imagine you guys got
there's one or two other Tampa Bay guys that I met at the Orlando tournament, so I'll try to tell them all to, meet up and talk together and get a club going.
Yeah, because Orlando, that's where Karinga's gym is, and where like the
Iron Wave
guys are based, right?
Yeah.
Where in Florida? Refresh my memory. Where's Cornelius at? Is he up closer to you guys, or is he down there by Orlando too?
Al, you wanna?
Corn's closer to us. He lives about maybe an hour from me, and maybe about an hour from Brandon. We're almost kind of triangulated. Brandon's a little bit. But Corn, he goes to. I'm guessing he still goes to Orlando to practice, but that's about 4, 5, maybe 6 hours of drive for him.
Yeah, that's probably a special occasions kind of thing.
I
think he
guess
likes
I
to
don't know
train
if
with
he's
Dustin, the heavyweight. He likes to train with heavyweights. So, but I think Dustin's the only one left there now, since Mark decided
sure.
to do his Daytona Beach Club.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that Kendrick was in Tampa, but yeah, those.
Yeah,
Orlando's kind of central for those guys, but that's still a hike for all of you.
That's still a
except
hike.
for-
Holy cow.
yeah,
except
it's
for
still a
being
good
right in
drive.
Orlando.
yeah. We don't. At least I don't go down there to practice. It's too, I like sumo, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
get
I
that.
think I only went down there one time, and that was before the first Iron Belly tournament, and that was to train, with Tyler and try and get some lightweight training in. But yeah, that's the only time.
I gotcha. Yeah. So, but yeah, I imagine a handful of those guys will be making their way out. But yeah, you do have a couple names that you have announced that are for sure going to make it. Why don't you tell us about those guys?
Yeah, we got a USA team member, Angel De La Torre, from De La Torre Sumo Club, and we have Edibo Konya of Raijin Sumo.
That
So
guy
two big
cannot
gets right
take a
there.
tournament off. Can
No, he cannot. I was about to say, good God. He's the new
I
Iron
think
Man.
Edibo he got bitten by the bug, man. It seems like every month now he's doing whatever tournament comes across.
Yeah.
It's addictive, man. When you first get started, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know how he's got to be racking up those frequent flyer miles, but yeah, he was. Actually, both of those guys were out in Switzerland.
Yeah, him and Eric both went out to the Swiss Open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and both
and
Gil
Angel. I saw Angel
too.
out there too, and Gil.
They went to
Sabo,
Switzerland. They
and
went
I
to
think
Switzerland.
the New York Sumo Club guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were racking up medals, man. They were doing good. I was proud of them.
Yeah, I think Eric has kind of proven himself to be an open weight beast as well. Like, despite being in light heavyweight, he's always in contention.
Yeah, didn't he place second? I think in the Swiss Open, or
yeah, I think he won his division and then also got second in open weight.
Second in open weight.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some coverage of that. Trust me. We don't have it. I can't say exactly when, but that'll be coming up here too.
It is next. It is on our list.
Yeah. We just got to make sure that we survive coverage of Houston this next weekend, because that's another one that's there's a lot of stuff up in the air because of that late notice venue change that they made. But either way, no. All those tournaments, there will definitely be some more coverage. But for the Ronin tournament in particular, though, what's the best way for people to get signed up, get in touch with you guys? I'm not trying to like wrap up or anything. I just feel like that's something that
we need to cover that. Make sure we hit all the jewels.
No, we got to get it all, man. Yeah. We have a Facebook event page where you can find all the information. Just search for Ronin Sumo Tournament. And if you're having trouble finding it, just go to all our social medias at Ronin Sumo. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And then, we're going to actually live stream it on our YouTube channel as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that live streaming is becoming more and more of a necessity, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to it when anybody has a tournament. I mean, I can't wait for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to me how seeing, like, at least for me and Mac, we've only gotten into it in this, like, the last year and a half or so, like post pandemic kind of stuff, where it's just the norm to stream your tournaments. But like going back like just a couple of years, that was just
you can't find
unheard
it.
of.
It's like and then you have to go back to blog pages and go, okay, well, this was the recap of the tournament, maybe some embedded videos, but otherwise it's all just written out on a page, which thank you to the people that did that, but it's just not the same.
Not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, and I believe if we have a certain Grand Sumo Breakdown host that might want to do like a remote live stream,
we are all
commentating.
For it.
I think we might make that happen.
We've still got plenty of time to nail things down, so we've kind of been keeping that up in the air. But yes, we're going to be helping out however we can. That's for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
We have fun doing it.
And I notice your shirt isn't quite as visible as Al's, but I think I can recognize what you got on there, Brent.
Yep, I saw it.
Yeah, there you go. My
Thank you.
I gotta support my brothers.
yeah, there you go. I swear to God, I wore my Ronin shirt like yesterday, and then like when I was getting dressed this morning, I'm like, wait, dang it. Yeah, mine's holding up pretty well, by the way. Like a lot of the sumo shirts, like I don't know. So some of them are more durable than others, but I think you guys picked a pretty solid vendor for that big block of white. It holds together
The
pretty
giant
well.
block of white just fits, and
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got another order of shirts in too. We have
Sweet.
more Ronin shirts. We got the Florida Sumo Kyokai. I got a version of the logo. Don't have our exact logo that you see on social media, but it still works. It's still pretty cool. And then I have our Southern Sumo shirt. So if anybody wants to reach out to us and help support sumo in Florida, get your Florida Sumo Kyokai shirt. If you want to support sumo in the Southeast, get your sumo.
Get your shirts.
Southern Sumo Kyokai shirts. Yeah.
Then get your asses out there and start competing.
Yeah.
Compete.
I haven't seen the logo for Florida Sumo Kyokai. Let me bring that one up on oh, I got you. Here you go. You got the Instagram page. So it's like this yeah, it's like a sunset with palm trees. So that is a pretty logo.
Solid.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of compliments on that one. I wish I could have got it on the shirt, but the guy was trying to help me save some money, with the multiple colors.
Oh, sure.
It would have cost a lot more. So we'll see in the future, though. I really want to get that one on a shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got your colored official one, and then also your like monochrome T-shirt version. But they both look solid.
They both look great.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, what so are there any other like activities going on with either of those groups, or are you kind of just like in the planning phase with getting people in touch with each other?
Yeah, it's still in the planning phases right now. Yeah, this is still a very brand new thing. So we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah. See, once you get those built up, yeah, like we were saying, get that united like Florida team front put up against Texas and California. The battleships, and you guys are kind of like building your dinghy right now, right?
Well, what would be actually cool would be to do like state versus state sumo tournaments. If we could do like 5-on-5 teams or something, gather your best men and women and youth and go to battle.
Yeah.
Preach more. Absolutely. I want more.
So we could all wear the Florida Sumo shirts. We all got our different clubs, but on those occasions we can come together and represent one state.
There you go.
I want it so bad.
This is like
I can
the kind
see
of thing
it in
Mac
my mind's
talks about,
eye. I just want it.
Yeah, Mac talks about this kind of thing like behind the scenes all the time, just hoping that it will materialize eventually.
I bored Jake to death with this. I'm like, dude, how amazing would this be? That would just be so freaking
preaching
epic.
To the choir, man. Obviously.
It's epic stuff. Yeah, for real.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mac.
My vision is like in like bigger sports, you wouldn't necessarily have a national tournament that's just like fully open to everyone. Like, what if that's hundreds of people? You couldn't necessarily do a tournament as easily, right? So like one of the things that I thought would be cool is if there's like regionals in the first half of the year, and then like the nationals in the sometime in the second half of the year or something along those lines. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's eventually the goal. I don't know how soon it's going to happen, but the goal of the Florida Sumo is for state championships, and the southern one for the Southeast states to have a regional championship eventually. So we'll see how that plays out.
I'm excited for it.
So now, Al, your young sumotori, how excited are they to be a part of this? I think we lost Al. Oh wait, there we go.
There he is.
Still here. No, my kids they don't seem to get excited about anything, I guess. And they've all been competing. They've been competing since they were 3 and 4 years old. So they don't seem to get nervous. They don't seem to really care. They just, want to get it done and want to be done with it.
Are they
Win
teenagers?
and
Are they
call
just
it
like,
good.
are they too cool to get into it or what?
No, actually, they're the ones who kind of, they're the ones that we start at 6 o'clock, on the weekends. So, they'll be in my bedroom at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, are we going to sumo? Are we going to sumo? I'm like, yeah, we don't got to leave till 7. Let me sleep till 6:55.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Dude, they
it's not
love
like you
it.
got to get ready. You don't shower before sumo, right? Like,
You should.
You should.
I ain't trying to wrestle your stink. Come on.
But
Trying to get that stink on me.
so they're definitely they're motivated to fight with each other. That's for sure. And they, the more the merrier with them. The more lightweights or more youth wrestlers that come, they're excited. So when there's and we even have a 20-year-old or 20, yeah, he's 20 years old. He's small. He's only like 140 pounds, so he can,
Oh wow.
compete with them. So they get a good rivalry going with about 4 or 5 of them. But as far as they really haven't been talking about it, anything like that. I'm gonna get them on here a little bit. You can ask them a few questions, see what they
yeah, all
talk
right.
about.
All right. I like
Of course,
that.
you got brother rivalry, so they obviously they want to whoop each other's ass. But,
Oh yeah.
it's funny when we're having practice. We'll have practice, and I'm exhausted after practice, and my two of my boys are still going at it. Now I've got another one who's he's getting ready to turn 12, but I don't think he's going to compete yet. He hasn't been going to any of the sumo practices, so maybe next year when he turns 13, we might get him out there with him when he gets a little more size on him.
Sure.
Right now they would beat him up pretty good and enjoy it greatly. They enjoy flicking paint on each other.
Just tell them to watch videos of Edobo. It's like, you don't have to be big, just be fast. Have excellent technique and just be fast.
Exactly, and impressively strong.
Oh, that helps. That does help.
It does
Yeah.
help.
Speaking of Edible, I don't know. As a Grand Sumo Breakdown Patreon premium member, I believe I'm allowed to suggest future podcast.
We are bloodbound. We are bloodbound.
And I don't know if you guys have done an interview with Edibo yet, but I think you really need to, because he has a Kickstarter going. He's actually trying to go to Japan and become a professional sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% behind him. I would love to see him do that. So I think getting on you guys can he's wanting donations at his Kickstarter, because obviously he's traveling everywhere. And money
it's the GoFundMe.
There you go.
Yeah,
and the tournaments are free, so I would love to see him have a chance.
Yeah. No,
Right
absolutely. I can promise you he's been on our list for a little while to talk to, but yeah, he's a fun guy to hang around. I got to spend some time with him in Grand Rapids and get to know him, and he's
in Consulates Cup too. He was fantastic. It was awesome to hang out with him.
He's proving to be an absolute killer in the ring, and he's just the complete opposite outside the ring. He's just the nicest, most soft-spoken guy. He's awesome.
Now, he was nice to me whenever he had me up in the heavens with that Achatori. And I'm thinking, God, like literally the thoughts going in my head, like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And then he just looks at me and gently sets me down. I'm like, oh, my best friend.
He's like 5'8", but somehow he can elevate somebody to like 8 feet off the ground. And then, but gently dominate them down to the ground.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna run out and get some of my boys, so I'm gonna bow out for a second.
All right, sounds good. So, Brandon, in the meantime, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this this demo that you got coming up this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
What's the venue for that?
Yeah, it's going to be at the University of West Florida in Pensacola. They have a international affairs building which they work with Japan, and so they're always doing different kinds of events. And so when I heard that they were going to do this Japan Culture Day, I wanted to reach out to them and ask them about maybe us doing the demo there. So of course they were all for that. So so we're really excited about that, and taking it as an opportunity to promote the tournament as well, and possibly recruit some members, or anybody living out in that Pensacola area that might want to start a club. We can give you the fundamentals and get a club started over there. So
Yeah,
that's what we're going to
not
do.
too far
taking
from you
these-
guys, right?
Yeah. So
Pensacola, yeah, they're from me, they're a little over an hour away. So
Far enough away that like, you know, it might be convenient for them to have a club that, you know,
Yeah.
you're not driving every weekend to or something, right? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it'd be great to have. Oh, there's Aston right there.
Okay, that's
Arden.
Aston. All right.
Hey, there you go.
That's Arden.
And
Nice to meet you
Aston and
guys. Which one is which?
So I'm Aston.
Aston,
That's Arden.
Arden. All right.
all
Great
right.
to meet you guys. I hear you guys are going to be competing and beating the crap out of each other officially in December here. What do you think about that?
I'm excited to have my first.
Right on.
Yeah. How long have you guys
Competition.
been doing sumo with your dad and Brandon and them?
I think I've been doing around 6 months now.
Okay.
So he's been doing about 3, not as long as me.
Am I
Never
remembering?
underestimate the underdogs, man. 3 months versus 6
Yeah.
months. Hey, anything can happen.
Yeah, you had any upsets? Have you beaten your older brother yet?
Yeah, quite a few times.
Ah, there you go.
See?
Good. And I'm sure you don't let him forget it, do you?
No, never.
Who,
And then
Arden?
that's when the older brother gets mad and then beats back up. And then it's a vicious cycle. It's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Hey, Arden never runs his mouth. Do you,
Yeah?
Arden? He never talks a little trash.
Yeah, never. Not even once, I bet.
That's the whole practice. It's him running his mouth.
Yeah, constantly.
Am I remembering right? Your dad said you guys have been doing wrestling and stuff like that. Is that like
Yeah.
your other sport that you guys have done
And
before?
football, wrestling and football, right?
Yeah, and lacrosse.
Oh,
Nice,
and
okay.
lacrosse. All
So,
right.
yeah, you guys are all over the place.
Yeah,
But clearly sumo's your favorite now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
Oh man. Well, yeah, no, I'm excited to see you guys. I'm excited to see you guys wrestle and you know, just kind of, you know, pave the way for more kids in Florida to give it a try.
Beat
Yeah.
up on more kids. That's all. Sorry. Well, hang on. That's the unofficial mood. Okay, so that's don't do that, but only in the ring. Okay, in the ring only.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man. Well, yeah, it's great to meet you guys, and like I said, we're looking forward to seeing you guys compete. Aston and Arden, thanks for joining us a bunch.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah,
you too,
you
man.
too. All right, guys. Well, why don't we go over all the details again real quick and make sure everybody knows where to find you guys so that they can get signed up and make it down to Defuniak Springs. Is that how you say that?
That's it.
I'm glad you took a stab because I was not going to.
I mean, it seems I can sound it out just fine, but it's very silly. So I wanted to make sure that I got it.
I can
right.
only do the Japanese sayings on the show for Fleric. Like I these English ones, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah,
Right.
I believe. Yeah, it is officially Defuniak. I know a lot of people say Defuniak.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe that's actually an Italian name. I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
no, but yeah, so the city is Defuniak or Defuniak Springs.
Or Defuniak.
The
Okay.
venue is the gym. And
That's not a play. That's not a play. It's actually called the gym.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
Just
clarifying, Mac. Yeah. And the tournament is called the Ronin Sumo Tournament. So one more time, Brandon, where do people find it to sign up?
We have a Facebook event page. Just search for Ronin Sumo Tournament. And like I said, if you're having trouble finding that, you can find it on our Facebook page at Ronin Sumo. And any information you need, all our social media is at Ronin Sumo. And then we'll be doing the live stream from our YouTube channel.
Excellent. And that is December 3rd. Do you guys have an official start time?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Eastern, right?
No, Central Time.
Central. Okay.
Yeah, we're in Central Time over here.
That's
Eastern.
right.
Eastern's the other side of Florida.
I forgot
I
Florida's
forget
one of the
that.
split
Holy
ones.
cow.
Florida and like Indiana, I think, has like some, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. But
Time
11 a.m.
zones are
Central
weird.
Time. time zones are stupid. I can go on a whole rant about that anytime. Just don't get me started though, because we're already kind of running out of time.
Well, Al,
Oh, man.
real quick, you want to tell them about our little training mini camp that we had the other day?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
That was an
Yeah,
experience.
we had a a live cast of we did a little mini camp here at my house, and I'm fortunate to have enough space to have a tempo pole, have an outdoor gym. We have basically what's called a hip sled, but it's a rope with tires and weights that you can put into drag while you do suriashi. We have an outdoor doyo which is on packed sand. So Brandon and I did about a 5-hour mini camp that we broadcast live. So it worked out for a while. We did Sapari during in between sets in the workout. And we packed on some sweet rice. Then got back into another workout with some Sapari, Teppo pole, Suriashi, dragging the weights. Then we went into our normal sumo practice, which is about 2 hours long, which goes through our Butsukari, other we'll drill some moves, and then we go into some live matches. And then I cooked up a giant pot of chanko nabe, and we had about an hour and passed out.
We were dead.
After a full day like that, I believe it.
Yeah,
I was beat. I mean, I was beat. I was out. I was out for a day. I was worthless.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I got some muscles that are sore that I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I was like,
Where did those come from?
I was sore from head to toe.
Yeah, I think the phrase I've heard is I hurt in places that I didn't know I had places. I know exactly what you mean, and yeah, no, I absolutely believe it.
But
the
chanko is delicious.
Yeah.
That's
Tell me
all
about
worth
that
it
real
then.
quick. What kind of a recipe did you use? What went in the pot?
So my recipe, I start off with chicken thighs, and I chop them up into small pieces, and then I will take that chicken, and I also take pork bellies. I chop that up into small pieces, and I'll brown it. So I brown it in a skillet, gives it a little more flavor. And then with chicken broth or chicken stock, I put about a half a gallon of that in. I use leeks, bok choy, tofu, firm tofu, carrots, celery, ton of salt, of course, miso paste, and then and a lot of mushrooms, 2 different kinds of mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms and baby bellas, and anything else that I have. I'll put onions in. I don't use potatoes. Potatoes kind of give it a taste that I don't like. It kind of takes it to a different direction. But put that all in the pot, and it's. I ate on it for 2 days, man. I mean, I literally ate chanko for 2 days straight. You get 2 gallons of chanko. It lasts a long time, especially when there's only 1 or 2 guys eating it. But
yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds delicious. And
It does sound good.
Yeah, right now.
I am starving because I'm in, but I took a little bit of time off because I'm switching jobs, and I'm in between right now. So my day night schedule, my meal schedule is all the way off. So I haven't had dinner yet, and I am starving now. I hope I have some like chicken thighs or something. I kind of want to make some stew. Anyways, so before we go, since the last time you guys were on here, we're having you on for the second time, so I can't ask you your karaoke song as our traditional show closer. So how about what is your favorite post Keiko beverage for refreshment? Because we got the chanko. Obviously, the chanko's in there. But you cracking a local beer? Are you making a cocktail? Just doing some juice, water? What's your thing? Brandon, why don't you go first?
Protein drink.
Packing on that extra nutrients. I like it.
I gotta move up the middleweight. That's the plan right now. I want to, develop my body to its maximum potential, and I believe that's, probably between the 210 to 220 range. All right. So if I can get there one day, that's the plan.
You're still lightweight for the time being, though?
Yeah, I'm probably going to compete in this tournament at lightweight. I'm probably, around 190 right now, so I don't have much to cut.
Sure.
But yeah, that's the plan. If I'm still low enough to get the lightweight, I'm gonna just stick with that.
Makes sense. What about you, Al? What do you refresh with?
Well, if it's the first thing that I drink, it's usually the water out of the shower at the beach when we're washing off all the sand.
Sure.
It's usually I'm out of water, so I'm drinking the water at the shower. But then after that, it's typically more water. I have what's called a Berkey water filter, and man, it's just some of the best tasting water you can. If you have ever drank water out of a Berkey water filter, you'll never go back to the water again. I can't drink out water out of the tap anymore because of the Berkey.
It spoiled you.
and man, I'm telling you, it's such a changer because when you'll go get a glass of water out of your sink and smell it, and it has some type of odor, whatever it is.
Something,
Yep,
little
tap
something.
is the tap.
And now that I drink out of this Berkey filter, there's no smell. I mean, it just tastes like pure, kind of like almost a soft water. And I can't get a drink out of the sink anymore. It's just like, no, I'll just wait. I'll go thirsty until I can get my hands on some Berkey. So I usually have to wait till I get home because I usually drank my half gallon of water at the beach because it's usually so hot.
Yeah, I gotcha. Good answers for both of you. It's not
very good answers.
It's not like a 6-pack of beer or something. You're not undoing all your progress or anything. Good job.
No.
Oh man. Oh well. But yeah, so Brandon and Al from Ronin Sumo Bay, thank you guys so much for joining us. One more time, give us those socials and the tournament deets.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Ronin Sumo. And the tournament, you can find it at Ronin Sumo Tournament on the Facebook events.
Excellent. That is December 3rd in Defuniak Springs, Florida. We are looking forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Call all lightweights. I'm waiting for you in Defuniak.
Oh man, there
You
you
hear
go.
that?
Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown. Until next time,
Throw your salt high
and keep moving forward.